Alright, what is up, my friends? Welcome to Freshly Brewed, episode 19. Freshly Brewed is a show where I build a deck and we just play it. Totally theory crafted. There is no practice games here. This is a first draft of a deck, and you get to see all of the rough and tumbles of a brew when it first starts. What do we have here? We have Legend Crew. Now, of course, you've all seen my I Am Legend deck, hopefully. Play the deck a lot now. I like Mox Amber a lot, and I like Legends a lot. But we're doing something a little bit different here. And our key legend is Magda, Brazen, Outlaw. New card from Kaldheim. 2-mana 2/1, pumps dwarves, which is fine. We're kind of a dwarf deck. Whenever our dwarf becomes tapped, make a treasure. That's huge. So now it's not when a dwarf attacks. Whenever it becomes tapped. Therefore, crewing is an A+ path to it. Now there are more dwarves in Historic than you might think. Toolcraft Exemplar is a dwarf. Motorist is a dwarf. I'll stop. Depala Exemplar, also a dwarf. It's actually also a dwarf lord. So we have 2 dwarf lords in this deck. Sram, also a dwarf. So pretty awesome. We have this sort of like mini dwarf tribal theme, which is going to make a lot of treasure for us, which is great. And then if you have 5 treasures, you can sacrifice them to get an equipment or dragon. We have Emry, we have Glorybringer, which is pretty cool. But at its heart, this is a vehicle deck. So we have, of course, Heart of Kiran is great. We've got Aethersphere Harvester, pretty cool card. We also have Cosima, God of the Voyage. We're playing this card much more often as the Omen Keel. Usually this card is played as the God of the Voyage. We're playing it as the Omen Keel. 2-mana vehicle, 3/3. Excuse me. 3/3 vehicle, crew 1. Whenever it hits your opponent, you get to exile that many cards for the damage it dealt, and you can play the lands that were exiled. It helps make your land drops. It's really, really cool. So, super cool card. A lot of vehicles, a lot of crewing going on. And then our big top off here is Skysovereign Consul Flagship. I kind of want a third of this card. We're only playing 3. I'm playing 2 right now. We're trying to figure out what exactly our main plans are, but pretty cool, pretty cool. We're also playing Emry, Lurker of Loch. Not a dwarf, but it's a legend for our Moxes, and a way to recur our threats like Heart of Kiran and Aethersphere Harvester. Can recur Chromatic Sphere to draw cards. Can refer Mox Amber, so kind of a cool card. Not really sure. We have a very light blue splash here, which gives us, of course, the Omen Keel and Sideboard counterspells too, which is pretty cool. Mana base, obviously, very multicolored. Sideboard's got some counterspells, some removal spells, some hate cards. Also some Wraths, because it's kind of cool. We can go like Vehicle on 2, Vehicle on 3. Wrath, you keep our vehicles, which is kind of cool too. So definitely quite the little brew here. Legend Crew. We're going to hop in, Freshly Brewed, see how we do. But first, quick word from our sponsors.
Cool Stuff Inc. is proud to sponsor Jim Davis. We offer great deals on card games, tabletop RPGs, board games, and more. Get a free token featuring Jim Davis and take 5% off your next order if you use the code JIM5 at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
All right, my friends, we're here for match number 1, the first ever game or match we've ever played with this deck. Ever. Freshly Brewed. Come on now. Look at that great hand. Look at that great hand. Let's go. Let's go. Never played a game with this deck. Not even one. Not even one. Let's go. Freshly Brewed. I'm gonna get a theme song for Freshly Brewed too. I'm gonna have Scott Tune write that one as well. Do lots of cool stuff with our content, I'm not gonna lie. We're getting there. Lots of cool stuff, lots of cool stuff. Super smooth. I'm so smooth. They would never know. Alright, so we drew another, we have a blue unfortunately, so we can't play Omen Keel yet, but, yeah, we'll just attack and play Motorist. It's fine. Moving to combat. I want to attack. Will you let me do it? There we go. What do you think about Spell Snare as a card in Historic? What do you think about Spell Snare? Veteran Motorist, looking for a blue source here. We have a Sram and a Harvester. We can do better than these. I'm not happy with either one of those, actually. So go bottom. Spell Snare way too good. Kinda good. Alright, so blue-white stuff. We drew a... Is there a problem here, dog? What are you doing in here? Who let you in here? So blue-white control is interesting because we might actually be interested in actually just playing God of the Voyage. But now we can do that next turn, so let's just... And also let's play around Censor, too. Let's play land. Let's attack. Blue is very bad. Who let the dog in? Pork, pork, pork. So right to combat. Our opponent is going to go as slow as humanly possible. I have to erase this match too. I mean, we'll have to. We'll have to attack. Okay. We're gonna play the Omen Keel here. Also plays around. A Wrath, a Censor, lots of things. And we can play Cosima next turn with a mana up for Censor. Cycle Censor. Cycle, sure. I mean, we're attacking for 6 next turn. Alright, we're gonna jam this Baffling End. Sure. So there goes the Motorist, which is fine. We get to hit with the Omen Keel, which is actually pretty awesome. We can do both, actually. We're going to play an Inspector here. We're going to crew the Omen Keel. We're going to crew. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat and I'm drawing lands and... Just kidding. Whiff! No land off Omen Keel, but there were 3 good spells. That's fine. And then we're going to play... I said I want to get Wrathed. If I were to play God of the Voyage here, and they were to play Wrath of God, we'd be in huge trouble. So we're just going to play land tap here, just say go. We'll truck. Actually, I should have drawn a card first. Yeah, that's fine. Just say go. Any updates in Ahiri Boom? Not at present. Whatever was at the end of the last video. Interesting. They're going to shock and say go. This could be Shark Typhoon. It could be Settle, but I don't think it's super likely. As someone who only plays Modern, is there an appeal to Historic? Yeah, I think it's a great format, honestly. It's a lot of fun. Alright, so... Whenever Depala becomes tapped, you may pay X. If you do, reveal the top X cards of your library. Put all Dwarf and Vehicle cards from among your hand, rest of the bottom of your library in a random order. So we're going to play a land on tap to play Depala. We have Skysovereign, a Clue, and Cosima. Let's see what they do here. We get activated for 2, and we have a lot of Dwarves and Vehicles in our deck, so definitely a very good Depala deck, that's for sure. Alright, we're going to crew. If they have Settle, we have no basics in our deck, so we'll see if, like, this all happens. Alright, you'll pay 2. Top 2 cards are Land. Pretty big whiff. Pumps the Omen Keel. We have no basics here. It might be just the Omen Keel coming in. Oh, nope, they've cast out. Sure, that's fine. So we get in for 4. And Depala is a must answer also. If I would move to combat next turn, and I attack and just pay 5, I might draw like 3 cards. Sure. They have a Wrath, it's fine. We have Spire of Industry, sure. We're going to play Cosima this time. And then... Actually, let's just draw a card first. That's actually a better place to start. Ooh. Lurker of the Loch. We have no artifacts in our graveyard, though. Interesting. Maybe we just play Omen Keel, actually. Let's play Omen Keel and play Emry. We mill over. 0 artifacts. I'm not sure about Emry, honestly. I did want to try and make Mox Amber playable in this deck, so I added more legends. But Emry doesn't have like a ton of things to hit. It might be a little too off-plan. That's why it's Freshly Brewed. Baffling End, sure. Alright. Well, we need to draw a threat of some kind. That's a good one.
Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my god!
Only playing 2 Depala. Might also want more Depalas too. Depala's really good. Rimrock Knight? I think that's a little off plan. Just we're not really an aggressive deck, you know. We're more of like a tricky mid-range deck, sort of. Keith, deck building was not done on stream, no. Most of the time, the deck build for Freshly Brewed will be a bonus content for my YouTube subscribers and or members and Twitch subscribers, but this time I just built the deck off stream, so I was just hanging out and building decks. Cycle Sensor, sure. They were considering censoring it for 1. Alright, pay 3. We whiffed the last time. I don't know why they would cycle there, and like I could cast a spell, you know, but sure. What do we got this time? 3 lands again.
Inconceivable!
Alright. Whoop, nope, hold on. Actually unreal. And then they're gonna hit 3 spells again. No, we got lands this time. We got lands. So these are ours now. These are ours now. These lands are ours forever. Man, that's insane. And the Skysovereign. Obviously, Skysovereign's not the ideal card in this matchup, but I mean, now we get to Depala for 1 million, the game's just over. So, we're gonna crank it up. We might leave like, I think we're gonna leave 1 untapped. We're gonna go for 5 here. Yeah. We can play a 1-drop and a 2-drop. We get Outlaw, Heart of Kiran, which are both awesome. Through that, we have a lethal Omen Keel. Just start there. Yes, Omen's like the ground copter. Yes, it's like a car. Cycle for 3. Why 3? Why not just 1? Whatever. Sure. Play that. Play land. Play Heart of Kiran. Say go. Your wraths won't save you now. I got cars. Cars, darn it. Cars, darn it. Depala's pretty good. Not gonna lie. Definitely some pretty good Dwarf Lords. And then, of course, Skysovereign's our big, like, anti-creature card. Definitely, like, this deck could be, maybe just be red-white. The thing is, like, in a matchup like this, having blue in your deck means the deck, it's a much better matchup if we have sideboard counterspells, so. Teferi ain't doing much here.
I'm not going to
Guess we gotta ship this and just hope we have a creature. We do.
Let's take it back a step.
Magda. Heart of Kiran, sure. I should have played Skysovereign first to show it to them, as they're probably gonna board it out, so. What's your plan here, friend?
Game.
That's better.
Blouses.
That's better. Alright, so we're gonna bring in some counter spells, and we're gonna bring some Gideons. So we're gonna bring in our Planeswalkers, bring in Gideon, Chandra, Dispute, Negate, Stroke. And we're going to cut probably Skysovereign and Glorybringer and Harvester, maybe? Huh. Not sure what else to cut, honestly. We should have Mox Amber, honestly. It's just like, don't ever want to draw 2 Mox Ambers. Embercleave is good off Magda. That's kind of the idea for it. It's having a target for Magda. So Magda like tees off and I make 1,000,000 treasures. I have something to do with it. Depala's a nut. Yeah, Depala's really good. So once again, we have 1 cleave and 1 dragon because Magda's ability is you sack 5 treasures and you put an artifact or dragon in play. If we have a Magda in play, we're going to go off, make a bunch of things. So Amber will work off of the Omen Keel if it's a creature. If it's a creature. We could shave at Emry, I guess. Emry seems pretty good against them, but like At the same time, they have a rest in peace because they saw the Emry. So let's shave that. We'll shave a Harvester. It's possible Glorybringer is better than Embercleave, but what's up, Yu-Gi-Oh? It's our second deck of the day. We played Rakdos Phoenix first. Bunch of fun historic decks to play today. Happy you're all here. This is, of course, Freshly Brewed, the show where I build a deck and we just play it. No practice, total theory crafted, and you get to see the building process in the very, very beginning. I'm going to keep. It's not great. We have a Scry, we have Depala. It's fine. This is a Jeskai Vehicles deck. It's kind of like a dwarf vehicle deck based around Magda and some other legends. And kind of matching the Dwarves of Kaladesh with Magda and letting it ride. Alright, so definitely drawing 2 lands there. Not what we're looking to do. We get censored here, which is going to suck, but no. Alright. Keep spells on top. Sure. Can't really say no to the gate, so. It's possible Spire's not good in this deck either. Because we need to have the colors on turn 2. And with no Inspector, Mox, or Sphere, it's not good enough. Alright, let's attack. Apparently we didn't pile shuffle. I mean, not a chance for playing Depala here, so we'll just play this untapped as they go. It's a little telling to be a counterspell, but the thing is that Drakuseth is uncastable. I want the card, the dragon that we get with it, to be castable. So if we draw it naturally, we can just like play it. There's Magda. Alright, they missed a land drop, which is pretty sick. So we'll just get our Outlaw going. I'm an Outlaw. And like Magda does make mana too, so like we just draw Glorybringer, we can cast it on turn 3 maybe, you know. Is Goldspan better than Glorybringer? I don't think so. I don't think so. Glorybringer's higher impact. Look at this. We're lording. We're making some treasures. They're cycling Censor, which I guess they drew. I mean, not main phasing, that's really weird. You gotta make a land drop, you know? Alright, just take up. Magda's really good, by the way, in case you're wondering. Alright, there's land 4, sure. I mean, this game's... Even though we draw 100 lands, I think this game's just over. They can certainly Shark Typhoon and block, but that's fine. We're not going to play Depala yet. We'll play it after they Wrath or after things happen. They can't settle here. We probably negate. Shark's fine. Cast out after attacks. Come on, Gandalf. Tighten up over there, right? This is fun. Now I'm going to cast Depala. The game's just basically over, so... Yeah, that's great. Let's play Depala. And we'll just play Spire of Industry. And we have negate up. Get to untap. Make a bunch of mana. Can we use the punt command for our opponent? No, be nice. Maybe it's the first game with the deck. We don't know what's going on. Maybe they're sick, having a bad day. Maybe they're just bad, or just fine too. It's nothing wrong with being bad at Magic, you know? Wrath of God.
Get off my plane.
Oh boy! We are activating Depala for all of it. Although we've actually drawn only lands this game, we're still winning. Yeah, I mean, we're going to just play... we're just going to activate Depala for, like, probably 6. We'll use our treasures. Honestly, it might be more. Maybe it's, like, 8. I think it's 8. Which the sounds would stop. There's 8. We have 2 left over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we have 3 left over. I'm not getting Embercleave here because they're actually I guess they're just dead, aren't they? 4, 8. They can't have anything. Yeah, actually that's right. We'll just play it. We'll just get Embercleave, sure. Fine, whatever. I guess we'll just kill them instead of drawing cards. Oh, I guess any artifact too. Oh, I'm dumb. I didn't realize I did that. I thought I got I guess I did know that, I guess, but sure. Alright, sure. We'll just kill them. Alright, you happy? The sound stopped working and the game was really boring.
Blouses.
We won. We won. What happened? No sounds are working? What is wrong with Arena? Fix your program! Wizards, come on! Come on! Come on. We would have just drawn 7 cards there, had the best time. The game would have went on for like another 2 minutes. We would have won the game eventually. It would have been super cool. That's okay. That's okay. 1-0 so far with Legend Crew here on Freshly Brewed. Match number 2. Let's go. I can't hear you over the sound of all the money they're making. Yeah. It's a pretty funny hit, honestly. Like, how would you come to this selection of Magic cards? You know, like 1, 3, 5. Are we keeping? I think we're keeping. Like, I'm gonna keep. We're playing Gigantha. I imagine Sacrifice is getting its stuff. It's getting against everything, but I'm just gonna keep. Nice Obosh deck. Yeah, I know, right? Swamp. Witch's Oven. Yeah. Alright, sure. Sram. Saramster. Gotta draw the cards. You're reading my Toolcraft Exemplar? Alright. Draw some spells. Motorist. Yeah, we got a Motorist here. I would like a Sram, but we gotta find out an artifact to go with our artifact synergy cards, so. I mean, Skysovereign's really good. It's obviously a ways away, but. So next turn would be Emry. I can't even cast Emry yet. Yeah, Spire's bad. We can't play Spire in this deck. It's just awful. That's okay. We're learning. We're learning. We already have like, yeah, we're gonna bottom this. Glorybringer is actually pretty similar to what's it called? Skysovereign. Spire with Pathways? Yeah, maybe. Priest of Forgotten Gods? Okay. Inspector. That does turn on Emry, so that's a start. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Smash. Smash, smash, smash. Alright, and then play Emry, Lurker of the Loch. Big Fig, new sub. What's your name? Where you from? Thanks so much, appreciate that. You milled over Skysovereign and Heart of Kiran. Pretty good, actually. Pretty good. Fortunately, they might do some nasty stuff this turn, but we can just sack Toolcraft. I mean, Inspector, because Inspector's so good. Oh god, we're dead. Oh my god. I guess that doesn't actually matter. They don't have anything. Yeah. Yeah, so that's a pretty good deck, I guess. Alright, so we do have Glorybringer next turn, which is pretty good. And I don't see a reason to play Sram into their Priest, so we'll just like draw a card. And then play Spirebluff Canal and just let it go. Yeah, I imagine Sacrifice is just gonna crush the Pro Tour and then probably ban a card from it. Just like playing creatures against this deck is so miserable, you know? Alright, they're going to shock in.
The 5 most important things in life. Health, family, friends, love, second subscription month. Thanks for the great content, Jim.
Geek Freestyle, thanks so much. Month number 2, most important month. They just have literally everything. And they can priest me before I even resolve Glorybringer. Yeah, that's pretty crappy. It's like insane. We had an insane board, and it all went away in one turn. Just like with 2 cards, just everything went away. We play Glorybringer here, but just sacrifice 2 things to priest. We're just dead. Alright, whatever. Pretty lame. Pretty lame. So we gotta bring in... Like, Cage isn't even that good against them. It's fine, but if we want our braids... Are we interested in Wrath of God against them? I don't know. If we bring in Cage, then Emry's terrible. Not that Emry's even that good anyway. It's kind of like not that big of a loss. Bring in a Braid. I mean, I guess Cage is fine. And cut the Emrys. And with Emry gone, Sphere isn't that important. So look at the Spheres. Don't want Declaration. Declaration seems pretty bad. I just like never want to cast this card ever. Wrath is definitely interesting. Wrath is definitely interesting. We might not need Glorybringer, honestly. I kind of just didn't realize that Magda can get any... I guess I realized it can get an artifact, but I wasn't thinking about it as getting anything but Embercleave. So you can just get Skysovereign. So you don't even need Glorybringer as like a big boomer. Oh, it is very good in this matchup, though. Maybe we'll shave a Mox now that we're bringing in the Wrath or no. Let's bring in the Wraths. And we'll shave a Mox. So we cut some of our legends. It's possible that it's just better as a red-white deck. Like the legend, maybe the legend stuff is like unnecessary. Like trying to make the Mox good. Omen Keel has been pretty good, honestly. But like, we could just play a 4th Heart of Kiran and like a 3rd Aethersphere Harvester and call it a day, you know? Doesn't need to be the Omen Keel. We also just can't draw a functional hand, which is pretty annoying. For those who don't know, I'll break the 4th wall of my YouTube, folks. We played 2 matches of this deck after Deck Tech, before the matches that you've seen on YouTube, and we just like couldn't actually play a card. We like mulliganed to 5 both games, couldn't make a land drop, and just couldn't do anything. So I just got rid of them. It continues. It continues here. All right, we're gonna mulligan. That's oh man, that's better, I guess. Deafening Clarion over Wrath. That's a possibility. Omen Keel is really good though. Like it starts really, really good. Not as good as Smuggler's Copter, but like it's really good. You know, it's just what the deck wants. It's a cheap vehicle that crews cheap, hits hard, draws cards. So we're gonna keep this. We're gonna ship. Probably a Toolcraft, honestly. And probably Omen Keel on 2 and try and hit with it on turn 3. Pretty Lights resub.
3 years strong. Thanks for all of the amazing content over the years. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. 3 years is a long time. Let's hear it for Pretty Lights. 3-year resub. 3 years. Thank you so much. All right, there we go. Omen Keel exiling their spells is totally irrelevant. Because they would have just not... Unless they deck, it's pretty irrelevant. Alright, so we're going to play Spire. I mean, Cosima is kind of cool. But yeah, let's just play Omen Keel. Next turn's Toolcraft Heart of Kiran. Alright, they're going to just say go. They probably have a Braid, that'd be my guess here. Which is fine. We'll just go for the crew. Wow, nothing? So we hit we had a land, we had a pathway, which is pretty cool. What are they doing? Vehicles. Vehicles, get in the car. Alright, I mean, that's pretty annoying, but sure. They have village rights, I guess. Lands off Omen Keel are very playable, yes. Oh, they have Tower, sure. Alright. I mean, we need to draw lands, but... I mean, not lands. No lands! Don't draw lands! We need to draw, a thing to crew things with, but... Let's roll a Braid here. Just kill the Woe Strider. I don't need to kill the Woe Strider. Okay, I guess. Alright, so there you go. I guess by waiting, if I wanted to kill it in combat, now they guess company response. Actually, they can't. They have Cajun Boy. Ooh. Wait, no, yeah, they can. That's like, what's up company? But yeah, that's not company, right? Okay. Yeah. I guess I'll just kill it. So we don't need to draw like. I mean, Depala seems really good. Maybe like not playing 4 Depalas like it's like a huge punt. Depala seems really good. I just want to draw Depala like every game. So that's a thing. That's a thing. We're learning. Alright, so by doing it on their turn, now they can't scry before they draw, so that's pretty cool. They're gonna bottom, that's pretty cool. Cool. 2 black in the pool, in combat. Cast company. Concession in 3, 2, 1. No, they're gonna keep playing. They're gonna keep playing. Alright. Well, we didn't draw a creature, so. Can't you, like, not choose off of some things what side you're gonna play? Alright, so, Bad Company. Mayhem Devil. I thought we were gonna lose the game anyway. That is so sick. Mox Amber, come on. Take 3. Ghost Rider. Alright. Yeah, we're definitely gonna lose this game. Do we play Castle? No. I don't think our mana base can support Castle. Although if we were 2 colors, maybe we could. So, oh my god. We're gonna lose this game. It's so sick. Hello. Okay. We're just gonna lose to Midnight Reaper. This is why this deck is so good. It's even when we have like graveyard, like even though their graveyard shut down and their company is shut down, their deck's still really good. All right. I mean, here's Glorybringer. We can kill Mayhem Devil. They're still drawing 1,000,000 cards, and we're still probably gonna lose. But that's new. Kill that. Draw a card, get some life, do some damage. We're going to 6. Yeah, we're probably gonna lose this game, honestly. Let's draw something really good. Omen Keel. Yeah, that hand? Okay. Oh, man. Now I get to draw 2 more cards, too. Oh. Killing me. Would have been good last turn, right? So you change the order of those 2 cards, we win this game easily. We Wrath last turn, and then Glorybringer their next threat. How long am I out for today? As long as it takes. As long as it takes. Wait, they sack the Reaper first? Why? I don't know what's going on, folks. I got no idea. I'm just trying to play my deck here, alright? Trying to play my deck. They've got infinite cards in hand. 5/5. That's another land. Yeah. Alright. Well, definitely not the funnest match of all time, but sure. Alright. Yeah. Definitely not the funnest match of all time. Does seem like Emry is a little unexciting, and Depala seems really, really good. So, that's fair. That is fair. We are now 1-1. 1-1. Are there creatures in our deck? Yes. They're there. I'm telling you. I swear, they're there. Alright. Playable hand, please. Playable hand. That's pretty damn play. That's like, if I had to like sculpt a hand, that would probably be it. They're playing Giganthos. They're playing in Sacrifice again, but this hand is really good, so. Alright, so we're looking at like Toolcraft on 1, Omen Keel on 2, probably. Sacrifice again, super boring and lame. Yeah, Toolcraft on 1. We haven't drawn the Magda very often. Excuse me. Up, nope. Chevelle, Bane of Monsters. Okay, sure. Start voyaging. Da, 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 da. Anyone? Too obscure? Anyone? Someone's got to get me there. Come on. That was pretty bad. And Falky? Alright, they're not playing so sure. Dismemberist got it! Dismemberist! That was the Star Trek Voyager theme. Wow, well done. Well done. I thought that was way too like poorly done and obscure. Oh, we are off of the deep end here, folks. Knotville Slumbermound has been played. Slumbermound. It's here. Alright, we're going to Omen Keel. And we're going to attack. No one said it wasn't poorly done. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, some sort of like... What is... What? Alright, maybe we just play Heart of Kiran, actually. Yeah, we should play Heart, actually. Make a clue. Fire it up. I guess we'll first strike our Toolcraft. I don't even want to. I would love to trade the... Oh, that's a bounty counter on it. Never mind. I don't want to die. So, play land. Heart of Kiran to give me first strike. Little Boomer Rock here. This is what the hands are supposed to look like, you know? You like do things. The clue already gave it first strike. Nope. You need 3 artifacts for first strike. Count them 3. Boom. Dead. Depala. Back in action. 1, 2. Maelstrom Pulse, Inscription of Ruin. Just like Jund cards. Well, Blood Crypt, sure. Man, imagine if we stole a Slumber Mound with the Omen Keel and then hit them with it. Oh yeah, it's 3. 2 would be insane returning it on. Inscription of Ruin to kill my thing, and they draw a card, sure. A 1-mana Emry. I mean, Emry looks cool here, you know. Also Depala and Motorist. Yeah, Emry seems bad in his deck. There's not enough artifacts. I don't want Depala yet. I can't use it to maximum value, I don't think, yet, so... So Motorist. Bottom 2 lands. We're going to be crewing Heart of Kiran and Omen Keel. I guess the Inspector isn't getting it anyway, so I might as well just crew like this. So crew here. And crew here. Smash.
Something clever.
Free Hot Carl! Your name's clever enough. Carl. I'm gonna call you Car. Free Hot Car. Alright? Carl, resub. Month over 2 months and 4 month. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Alright, so... Moment kill's gone. Oh! Wait, what? There are so many words on these cards. It's actually unbelievable. It's not whenever the Omen Keel does damage. It's whenever any vehicle you control deals combat damage. God. I never finished that chapter. I stopped reading it for chapter 5. I just didn't have time. That's insane. Alright, so the Omen Keel's like a pretty big moon. So we just hit like 1 million lands. That's awesome. Yeah, like that makes Omen Keel like a lot better. Alright, mill a Mox Amber, which is cool. Let's play Blooming Marsh. Yeah, that's those are words. Those are words. So definitely think making Omen Keel work's a good idea. I do think that like Cosima in like a grindy game is also reasonable too. It's also a creature too, so okay. Alright, we're learning. We're learning. Honestly, like, I don't think decking your opponent is like out of the question with that too. Like, we have milled them for like 8 or 9 cards now, so sure. So Chevelle and then Croxa. I'll discard a land because I got plenty of those, and they're just dead. Oh my god.
Oh, it's raining helix! Oh my god!
We'll just do that, I guess. Hold on. Let's cast Mox Amber. Play land. Play this. Play Glorybringer. Brew. Attack. Zert. We also haven't drawn. We've drawn Magda like 0 times, it feels like. Never have Magda ever. What's that? Say go. Alright. That was cool. That was cool.
After it was all over, he took us in the house and served us pancake.
So, just like Jund cards, I guess. Magda's really good. Yeah, like Magda's the whole point of the deck. The whole when I built this deck, the first card in my deck was for Magda. Like, it was meant to be a Magda deck. We haven't drawn it very often, but we're gonna have Planeswalkers, I guess, and we'll shave like. Honestly, I don't think we need Embercleave. Like, getting Skies. I don't know if we need Glorybringer either. Just play 3 Skysovereigns, maybe. You know, get rid of this. Let's shave an Emry. Even Emery's are kind of like fine against them. It's just like kind of slow and bad. And then I don't really want any removal for the 1/3. I don't think we care, honestly. Pretty cool. So like, that game was definitely the deck actually functioning and like doing its thing. Our opponent didn't really do much, so it's like a little of like, you know, well, our deck worked, but their deck didn't. But definitely, definitely some cool stuff happening here for sure. All right. What do we got? Sure. This plays. I can keep this. Bloomin' Marsh. Thoughtseize. Alright, our hand's worse now. Our hand's worse. I think I just like Mox Amber too much, personally. I got a problem. I got a Mox Amber problem. Hey! Nice Thoughtseize. Alright, so, yeah, take 2. Deck definitely wants 7 Dwarves. Your Omen Keel's a freaking card. I really can't... Is this the Magic card with the most words on it in the history of Magic? Like, honest question. Has there ever been a Magic card with more words on it than this card? Alright, so... Yeah, so we're learning things for sure here. Mox Amber's kind of bad. Spire of Industry's terrible. Omen Keel is great. I would trade here. Yeah. Before they can give it a counter on it, I would trade here. And they won't. So, Ice Cauldron. Someone go to Scryfall, and I want a word count. What has more words, Omen Keel or Ice Cauldron? Blood Chief's Thirst, sure. Scavenging, sure. So good reason to cut Emry. Toolcraft Exemplar, great draw. What's up, Certified Keyboard Warrior? Says, I'm sorry, I'm new to stream. Been here 1 or 2 times. Do I ever do online Magic only or physical cards too? Only online stuff. I don't do any paper stuff in the stream. It'd be the logistics of doing paper stuff is very, very difficult. Alright, so we attack. Welcome though. Happy to have you. Nope, don't crew again. You already got a crew. No mutinies here, please. Alright, so we hit land. Dragon Master Outcast. Sure. So unfortunately we have Blood Crypt here, and we have Inspiring Vantage, so like there's no benefit to playing Miss Tapped, so we're just gonna play the Vantage untapped. We have Skysovereign next turn, which is really, really good, but they're probably gonna kill this, which sucks, but Garrick Relentless has 112 words. Maelstrom Pulse, that sucks. Veteran Motorist. I do really want to cast this Skysovereign, you know? No thank you. Bottle nose. Alright. I mean, they are 8. What happened this game? They just shocked a bunch of times? Like... Reacher of Sky says, I was in the middle of counting the words on Omen Keel, and then your opponent Maelstrom pulsed it. What a jerk. Varaska? This card's so good against us. It kills all of our things.
I grow bored with this fight.
Oh, we have Skysovereign, though. Skysovereign's a house. Heart of Kiran? Sure. Yeah, Mox Amber's terrible, too. That's good, though. We're learning. You know, your deck is never going to be right when you first brew it. So, we're going to Skysovereign here, and I think we're going to kill Chevelle. Goes attack next turn. They could, I guess they could Scavenging Ooze up to a pretty big creature. And we can't kill that next turn. Maybe it was attack the Varaska. Yeah, I'm gonna kill the Ooze. Alright, and then actually we can just attack. Attack Varaska. It's bold because we have no creatures, but I think if this they gets untapped, they'll target this and then kill it and get draw more cards. So actually just kill this thing. Sure. So Varaska ain't doing much right now because no one's sacrificing lands. Only 4 lands in play. Realm Eater. All right, that card's really good against us. And a Braid. Oh my god. There's like the anti-everything deck. They have so many ways to kill artifacts.
Everyone is expendable.
Alright, I think we're dead. A Braid, Maelstrom Pulse, Varaska, Seraph. This is the game where you want to cast Cosima, I think. But they would just kill it, I guess. It doesn't even matter. Yeah, I think we're dead. We're pretty dead this game. It's like literal Jund cards. Okay. Definitely a good spot for Planeswalkers in the sideboard. If we had Chandra here, we'd kill Seraph, you know? Inscription of Ruin to reanimate Scavenging Ooze. I think we're dead this game. Varaska is really good against us.
Expendable, except me.
Alright, we're dead. Alright, so not the best game for us. A lot of removal there. A lot of removal. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Dance of the Dead is 106 words. Cosima is 102 words. I want a recount. I demand a recount. Demand. Difference between Garrick. Yeah, Garrick's like, it's split up into all different abilities. Cosima is just like, read these 3 paragraphs, and you're still going to forget half of it. And they're also like, there's so many different, like, you miss so many little things. I didn't realize that it counted the damage from all vehicles, not just the Omen Keel and stuff. Alright, let's go. We got this. Good news. We finally drew a Magda. Bad news. Can't cast anything. Bad deck to mulligan against, too. Alright, this is a pretty good hand. What's up, Froggy? Glad you like it. Let's hear it for Froggy! Froggy Glenn. Are you new here, my friend? Happy to have you. Welcome. Quantum Mulligan also? Sure. So they mulligan 2. Toolcraft Exemplar. Did I hear about the new core set draft that's coming? It's M19 2021. What, an arena? Sounds fun. Obviously, mulliganing at Thoughtseize feels awful. Awesome, Green Boys. Congrats. Alright, so our hand's a lot worse now. We do get some treasure, though. But we're obviously on the mulligan, on the play, getting Thoughtseize. But we found your Magda, which is really, really good. I did not mean to do that. I never use the emotes. I have them muted. Shock. Yeah, sure. Sram. Problem is, cards aren't really safer in my hand than in play. There are 9, which is kind of cool. I'm going to hold Sram. We can just draw any of our 2-mana vehicles for a 2-for-1. Or 3-mana vehicles, too. So that sounds fun. Core set draft. That sounds fun. That's a good idea. Mox Amber. Oh, that's a pretty big tilt. I guess they only have 1 creature in the graveyard, but sure. Yeah, I used to love the 3-block drafts back in the day. I like that it's, you know, different from pack to pack. I feel like that a lot. Still gonna hold on Sram. Just gonna say go. Castle Lochthwain? Sure. Oh, Mind Rot? Really?
Inconceivable!
This card's terrible. That sucks. Alright. Obviously drawing a vehicle too. Yeah, obviously. Oh my god, that would be so good. That's really annoying. Alright. Let's just kill him, I guess. Mind Rot. Mind Rot.
Get off my plane.
I kind of like my opponent before. They actually seemed kind of fun, but now I don't like him anymore. I don't like him one bit. They have Maelstrom Pulse, Abrade, Varaska, Seraph, Realm Eater, just every artifact removal spell ever. Ooh, land tapped. Are they at a guess? Are you at a guess? Hmm? Yeah, I could have put a Mox out, actually. Maelstrom Pulse. Oh, man. Can we punish them, please, here? Draw, like, something castable? Oh, there we go. Nope, that doesn't work, actually. Oh, my God. Alright. Yeah. Sure. Boomar Jun seems like a pretty hard matchup. They just have every artifact removal spell and every removal spell. We need to have better plan against a deck like this. It's probably more Planeswalkers, honestly. But we don't have them, so Oh boy. Okay. Sure. Yeah, card's good against us too. I don't think we have any way to win here. I mean, Chandra's really good. That actually was a really good draw. So now we can Chandra minus then Heart of Kiran. I guess we're just like chump blocking though. It sucks 'cause we're actually one short of just killing them. I guess two short because they have the Scavenging Ooze. So we can like we can kill this. We're like still alive.
Over here.
Then we can crew and block.
Oh, yep.
Obviously we lose Chandra and Heart of Kiran, so it's pretty bad. We don't have an answer to this Scavenging Ooze realistically. Yeah, we're just dead. I don't see how we can draw multiple cards in one turn and not we're in the abyss. They're gonna kill my thing before I block anyway, so. Yeah, like I don't know what we can draw here. Need to get out of the abyss. What is this? Jun cards. Yeah, alright. Alright, yeah, that's a pretty tough one. That's a pretty tough one. Just like literally all our removal spells. Like all our removal Jund. We need a better plan against decks like that. It's probably just more Planeswalkers on the board. Our board's pretty bad, I think. A Threaten? Sure, I guess Threaten would have won there, you're right. Is that two or... That was all 3 matches, right? Yeah, I feel like we didn't get a great feel for the deck. Because we like definitely drew kind of bad at times. But definitely some cool stuff happening here. I will say that like... Deck building mistakes. Spire's really bad. We don't really need Embercleave or Glorybringer. We can just play more Skysovereigns. Magda's awesome. Emry is probably not worth it. The question is, like, is it worth it to splash blue for just the Omen Keel? Because the Omen Keel was really good. Probably. But Emry just felt like it wasn't really beating down. There's not a high enough density of artifacts to make it, like, really good. And then we're, like, kind of just playing Chromatic Sphere to try and make it good, which just sucks. So, cut the Emrys, cut the Chromatic Spheres, cut the Glorybringer, maybe. Play a third Skysovereign. We probably need some more creatures, I think. We were a little creature light at times. Also, we could just play a Planeswalker, maybe. We could play, like, maybe like main deck Gideon. Also, for Depala, not close. Depala was insane every time we drew it. Every time we drew it. So that's really cool. We gotta fix the mana base. Sideboard needs a better plan against removal-heavy decks. But yeah, super cool deck. Definitely a really fun brew. Definitely, not, you know, a first draft all-star, but a lot of really cool things happening here. So again, it's Freshly Brewed, the show where I play a deck that I just build it, and we just play it. No testing, all theory crafted. We get to see all the warts and imperfections of a deck building process. You get to see how we go from a totally untested idea to something that's a little more cohesive, hopefully. So I'll work on this deck some more. And yeah, YouTube folks, like, comment, subscribe. Episode 19 of Freshly Brewed. More stream stuff to happen. Don't go nowhere. But YouTube folks, look for more episodes of Freshly Brewed. Look for a new logo coming Freshly Brewed and a new theme song and stuff like that. It's going to be really, really cool. Hashtag soon. YouTube, I love you. Like, comment, subscribe.